Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another day, another episode of the EVE Online 30-Day Challenge. Today is going to be class time, I think. So, we shall see. Let me bring on the guys here from TeamSpeak. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining today.
Hello.
So,
Hey.
I have a whole list of things. So I got a couple of things that we're going to do right now. One is I'm going to take this ship back over to Arnon and drop it off and then pick up something else. But then I'm going to take just a little ship, probably just the newbie ship if there is one. If not, I'll buy a shuttle and put a cloak on him and head to Jita. Oh, if I get out of here, shit. There's a hostile out here. Okay, well, that might change things just a little bit.
Give you a free trip to Anam.
Yeah, I may get a free trip to Arnon. There you go. Okay, so I have set my destination, and here we go. We shall see.
If you don't have a corp on dock there, you could don't do anything and just look straight ahead of you and see if there's a celestial or something. You can warp straight out.
Yeah. Well, there's no. He's not. The person is not here in the area, so I'm good. Okay, made it out of here. This ship's pretty fast too. So, but not fast enough if they're ready and watching the stream and watching for me to exit. So, I got a question for you. I got a whole list of things here that I wrote down that they're things that I would like to know more about, and maybe some other newer players would also like to know more about them. Do any of you know about archaeology?
Sort of.
That's just another aspect of exploration.
Okay, so exploration then. So exploration is the bigger picture. What exactly is exploration?
It's when you use your scan probes to find the archaeology, radar, or the combat sites. And archaeology is not really all that great in high sec. So you might find something in low sec and it's better in null sec. You'll get just the salvaged junk from it, and maybe some other things in the null sec.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find it in high sec, it's not even worth the time sometimes.
Really? So the payoff just isn't very big?
No, not at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You can get lucky, but that's very rare.
You really want to do that stuff in the lowest security possible.
Yeah, okay. And so if I was going to go out on an archaeology mission, what am I exactly doing?
Well, you got to train up the appropriate skills. You got to have the this appropriate scanner. You of course, first of all, you got to be able to find it, so you have all those astrometric skills I told you about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then am I finding things on planets? Am I finding things on wrecks?
Out
Just
in
in
deep
space.
space.
Just in deep space. So just be some structure floating around in deep space or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. So, not hugely interesting. Ooh, what is that? I don't understand what that is. I got a little red dot next to the guy. Geoormus and a caracal.
Negative standing. Negative standing with either yourself or the corp.
Okay. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. I've seen them, with like the orange with a minus and stuff like that. So, but I don't know if I've seen it on the overview. Maybe I'm just thinking of the local, how I see it on local.
That was recently added in the last update.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why I hadn't seen it yet. So, okay. Well.
You can't have people that are negative towards you or the corp. Minus, the white minus against the red back or whatever color.
Okay, so I got another question here. So scan probes. What are scan probes?
They're the probes that you launch off of your ship from a specialized module that scan down either combat sites or like the archaeology sites as well. Basically, probes that you send out into space that scan for things for exploration, as well as scanning down ships.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are two kinds of probes, core probes and combat probes. Combat probes are the ones that can find ships. The core probes cannot.
Say that again?
There's the two kinds of scan probes. The scan probes are mainly specialized to do different things. The combat probes are used to find all the sites and ships. The core probes are meant to find the exploration sites.
Okay. Okay. And okay. So now with the combat stuff, how would one? Is there a skill or something for avoiding scan probes?
Your dreaded directional scanner.
Okay.
There's only that thing you can do. There's nothing you can train in the game to
Mm-hmm.
avoid probes.
Okay.
Player
Well,
skill.
so I'm actually I was on the Eve Wiki and they actually had something there about avoiding scan probes and how to avoid them.
Yeah. You can use a directional scanner and you can see the probes. So when you see a probe on your
okay.
directional scanner, you can move your ship around. So they have to start over again with the scanning.
Ah, okay, okay. So, so I have to. So this is like a battle of scanners. Oh my!
Technically, there are three types of probes. There's the scan probes, which are broken down into the combat and core, and then there's the survey probes, which are used to survey moons for the minerals and stuff, and then there's interdiction probes for the Tech 2 destroyer interdictors that launch out warp bubbles.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I think I have a basic understanding of it now, and that's what I wanted. I just wanted to kind of get an overview of what it was. So that's pretty good. Okay, so I got another question for you guys. Are there any class shuttles that are faster than others, or are all shuttles the same?
Really.
All equal.
All equal. Okay.
They're pretty much all the same.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure that let's see, I've flown the Galante. What about the, let's see, faction shuttles, though, are probably not something I want to fly, and there's none here, none in the region. I think they're worth a bit more, aren't they?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If anyone knows, like, for the faction shuttles, they, like, what things do they have that the normal shuttles don't?
They look cool.
Like, any more cargo space or better warp speed?
Just something to show off that you got money to spend on something that's pretty much useless in the game.
Fair enough.
So,
Don't judge me, I got a cup holder. 20 million.
I'm looking here in Arnon at shuttles, and it seems that all of the Caldari shuttles are 8 million.
Those are the scams.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to take opportunity of people needing them.
Yeah.
Markee, I think you have your price reversed.
I have my price reversed. What do you mean?
Oh no, wait. You just scrolled down.
Yeah, I scrolled
Sorry,
down to the
my
first
bad.
one that was in station, and they're all 8 million. And I was just thinking, okay, well, I don't need to buy one for 8 million. So, yeah, these are 8 million here too for the Amar shuttles. Okay, well, we're going to go with the Minmatar shuttle because I think it was 41,000, 42,000. So, It's still above the regional price, but well, they got me here. Okay, so I just wanted to swap out here, and then I'm going to put a cloak on this guy. I should rename him.
Yeah, generally, anytime you're not in a trade hub, you're going to pay a premium for stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, let's see here. Inventory screen. Item hanger. Oh, goodness. You know, I have a hard time with this screen here. It's like there's so much stuff, and but you guys said I could buy things to put in here to segment stuff together, right? But I'd end up with like 40 containers.
I do hauling for a lot of people, so I have a lot of other people's stuff in my inventory, so I have probably close to 300 containers in some of my stations.
Wow. So, oh, prototype cloaking, there it is. Okay. Fittings. And oh, I can't fit that onto this shuttle, can I? I can't fit anything onto the shuttle, can I?
Correct.
Well, I just bought this for nothing. Okay. Okay, well, what's a fast little ship that I can buy?
And frigate.
Any frigate. Okay, well, I have a
It's
lot
not
of
about
frigates.
the fast little ship that you can fly. It's about yeah, it's not the one that you can buy. It's the one you can fly.
Okay. So, I mean, I have a lot of frigates. But this one's like 489,000 ISK.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, but I just bought one for 40,000 ISK, a shuttle. And if I go out and kill myself, I can get one of those free ships.
Or you can just dock to a station in a pod. If you don't have any ships in that station, they'll give you a free ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they're not giving me a free ship here. So, okay. Well, I just hate to pay so much for, I know I got all this money and stuff, and maybe it seems silly, but
Even if you didn't have money, that would still be a reasonable price for a frigate.
I'm not covert. I want standard frigates. Tar. These are still so much money. Well, here's 100,000 for a burst. Well, it's 300,000 at this station, though. 529. Ooh, somebody wants 44 million for one of these? A Reaper? Just another scam. Okay, well, it looks like I'm just going to end up taking one of these out. 400,000 for a Vigil. Okay, well, I guess I'll take one of these out.
The chat seems to want you to go into Rifter.
A Rifter, yes. Well, that's what I'm in. So, okay, well, pick a... Yeah, I'm getting mail about that too. It's funny, people send me mail telling me what to do, even though I don't read the mail typically while I'm live streaming. And so they're like, you should leave the sector right now. We're coming for you and all this other stuff. And I'm like, but I don't really read it until afterwards. So,
Well, they can fix that by not coming after you.
right. Okay, well, I wonder if I should outfit this with anything, because of course I'm going to live, right?
Right.
Frigates. And, let's see, this is a Rifter. Salvage Rifter, Markee Dragon's Rifter. Okay. And so...
Don't we have a fit for him so we can get around easier? One with warp stabilizers and inertia, maybe?
Well, I have this one right here, which is, you know, why is it? What do I have to do to load this? What am I missing? Why all of a sudden? Oh, fit right here. Okay, I have a hard time seeing those buttons. I just do. So, and then prototype right here. Uh-oh. I don't have enough CPU units. Bah, humbug. Okay. So, I would imagine, especially with the cloak, that you have to be stable, huh? If you want
With the cloak, you have a severely reduced velocity if you're not in a specialized ship.
Well, but I'm not stable, and so it depletes in 44 seconds. And with the cloak,
you can't use any mods with it anyway. When you're cloaked, you can't do anything.
Okay.
And then when you come out of cloak, you can't do anything. At least for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put a rig on?
Again, pointless money spending money on rigs when you know you're going to blow up.
Yes, I know I'm going to blow up. Yeah, I can't have any guns on here at the same time. There we go. It'll go online as long as I don't have any guns. That's okay. I'm not gonna be able to shoot anything anyway, huh? I'm just gonna cloak and run away. Okay. So I guess I should put insurance on it.
You could probably unfit everything but the cloak.
Think so?
Yeah, I'd put if you could, a micro warp drive just to get to position first, and then chuck on your cloak, but you really don't need anything else.
Probably not. It's just fun to fly a fitted ship.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly it this way. Okay. So, close that out, and okay, so let's see here. Guess I'm going to go to Jita. And then when I get about there, I'm gonna go 100, 100 or so clicks out, so that hopefully I have a chance of getting cloaked without somebody spotting me and stuff. We'll see. It's probably going to end poorly, but that'll be okay. So okay, I have another question here, and I should get running out here before.
Warp drive active.
Tell me about customs office.
Planetary interaction.
And is that the only thing it's used for?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that happens to be another item on my list, but I think that that's going to be like a bit more involved on that one. Let's see here. What about servers other than Tranquility?
Warp drive active.
Singularity, the test server where all of the patches go first to be tested for bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw more than that, though.
Yeah, I think CCP has their own server somewhere.
There's the private dev server, then there's the Chinese server, and that's it.
Oh, And we don't see the Chinese server on the chooser or anything, do we?
Sadly, we are separated, which is kind of sad because once we reached the 500,000 subs, I was excited that I got new targets, and I didn't.
Yes. Well, I think that that the separation of Chinese and everyone else is very much a Chinese government or policy type of thing.
Yep.
So it's not that CCP didn't want us to mingle together.
The
So
nice thing about the test server is you can go there, everything costs like a handful of ISK, and
100 ISK.
Yeah, you can go and just go to those particular systems where they allow PvP and just test PvP to your heart's content without fear of losing, your stuff.
mhm.
You can buy a Titan.
A thing to note is that the test server only takes a mirror of the public server once a month. So whatever your skills are at when it takes the mirror, or even if it's a brand new character, you might not even be on the mirror. You won't be able to play.
Right. Okay.
So it'll be whatever your skills are at the time of the mirror.
And so, speaking of skills, this leads me into another thing that I saw this morning. IT, was that you that posted the link about what's going on the test server?
Yeah.
And so, what is it? What is it that we're looking at on the test server as with skill gain?
Well, allegedly, they're thinking that they're going to be allowing you to train your alts on the same account using Plex.
Here, I will post that link there in chat. So what it's looking like is that instead of just being able to skill train on just one character on your account, if you're willing to pay for 2 subscriptions, then you can have 2 characters skill training simultaneously on the same account. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like what people are doing now with multiple accounts, but instead on the same account, like if you just want to have a hauler and train them up at the same time you're using your main.
Makes little sense to me. Why you want 2 characters trained up on a single account when you can have 2 accounts and have them active online at the same time?
This is true. That's a very good point.
I have a lot of accounts, and I gotta tell you, it's a pain to log all of them in.
How many
But
characters?
having one, you can only log in one. Don't even
I know,
have that
they
option.
really do need to fix that login system.
So if they made it so that you could just all be on the same account and run multiple instances from the same account with multiple characters in the game at the same time, that would be a good solution. Then everybody just have one account, combine all their characters under one account, and then you're good to go.
Well, not even running multiple instances off the same account, but just being able to log out of your account and re-log in under the same character without having to retype in your password. Kind of like how switching characters on World of Warcraft works. How you log into your account, but then you can exit the game and go back to your character selection screen without having to retype in your password.
Okay.
Just copy paste your password, it's all safe, nothing bad can happen.
Whoa, what do I have? I have something yellow here on my screen.
They just have a negative security status.
Oh. And I was hearing explosions. It caught my attention, let's say.
OSEC.
Yeah.
The same
They could.
the same yellow we got on that freighter kill for 2.2 billion.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. That was a great kill. I can't wait till that episode goes up.
Markee, you're going to Cheetah, right?
Yeah.
We got about like 10 war targets boosting each other here. Insta-lock, insta-pop,
In
and
Jita?
about 10 corpses.
Yeah. You're there already?
I'm here just watching on what's gonna happen to you.
Oh, I see. I see. Yes, it'll be glorious.
I think we all know that Ink is there just to pick up your corpse.
Right.
No, I'm here for the show.
Yes, well, that's what he is showing up for.
I
Okay.
have no clue what you mean by that.
What is electronic warfare?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. That's what it is.
It's terrible.
Depends upon the ship.
It's awesome, it's terrible, it is your best friend and your worst enemy all at the same time.
Okay, explain.
It's it's certain effects projected from an enemy ship to yours that will hinder your ship in certain ways. The most annoying of which is preventing you from locking at all.
From logging, like logging off?
Locking.
Oh,
You
locking.
can't lock onto enemy ships
Mm-hmm. Okay.
with what they call ECM.
Mm-hmm.
Or electronic countermeasures. There's other forms of electronic warfare, such as neutralizing your capacitor, preventing your guns from tracking properly, using a target painter so that the signature radius of your ship is extremely large and disproportionate to what it actually is, things like that.
And sensor dampening, which limits your sensor range.
Mm-hmm.
Which slows you from locking or your targeting range.
He already experienced that with the Serpentis and Rats.
Yeah, but I didn't necessarily know I was experiencing that. It's
Usually
kind
when you look on your overview and you can see the electronic warfare icon. It looks like
Oh, yeah.
like an upside down brown cup.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing big sensor damp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's really annoying when you're in that blockade mission and you've got 10 of them doing it and you can only lock like 2,000 meters or something.
Warp drive
Yeah.
active.
Or if you're doing a Caldari mission and you got Guristas all perma-jamming you.
Okay. So, they're probably an effective part of team play, huh? Of fleet.
No, very much.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be called primary in an annoyance, train for a Blackbird.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's my style, but you know, it doesn't get me all excited.
We had 2 blackbirds with us last room, and they always got primaried, and everybody started shooting them.
Mm-hmm.
Warp drive.
Then the opposing fleet did a good job.
Sorta.
Okay, well, I am almost at Cheetah. We'll see what happens here. It's probably not going to be good.
Warp drive active.
I guess you can't hit D to warp to a planet?
Should be able to.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so I'm thinking that I need to come in at a different angle than straight from the gate to be successful at this.
Warp drive active.
Okay, here we go. Gonna meet my death, possibly. Interference prevents systems from functioning at this time. There we go. Okay, well, it looks like maybe maybe I did it. Let's see here. Now this is okay, so I made it here, and now where's that statue? Wasn't there a thing to look at?
Left next to the planet.
What's that?
To your left next to the planet.
To my left? Oh, there it is. Okay, because like it doesn't seem that I can look at the station. Is that?
You may be too far out.
Oh.
There is a max range.
Mm-hmm. So let's see how far I'm. Oh, I'm 101. Okay, we'll move in.
Markee, warp out. You already told me enough how to find you.
Okay.
Others will find you.
Well, you think so?
I know it.
You know it? Okay. Well. Okay. Well, I'll warp out and come back in again. Oh, can't warp while cloaked. Ha ha ha. Yes, of course.
Well, unless they've got a smaller ship going after them, they can't hit them. Even the tornado would have a difficulty of 143 kilometers away.
I'm not so sure about that. I think the tornado can hit that.
They would have to be all super boosted or something. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hit that far.
Warp drive active.
What is it that removes your whole overview? What hotkey?
You can hold tab or you can press Ctrl F9. By holding the tab, it just minimizes everything on your screen. By pressing Ctrl F9, it just removes everything, even the ship capacitor and the guns.
Okay, so I don't seem to looking at a different view of this now. What is reset camera?
Let's reset your view.
Look at. So it's interesting. This isn't a very close view, but interesting. How do you quit looking? Let's see, reset camera by.
You have a reset camera button on the bottom.
Yeah. It looks like. Oh, there it is. How far away is that? It seems that that I'm pretty far away from that. And I can't travel very fast while cloaked. Lots of hostiles here. Oh, I'm 134. Well, so I'm giving away my my stuff.
I was just about to mention that.
You know, just a little bit of fun here, huh? Oh, it still has it on the frickin' screen. Yeah. Well, so if they figure it out, that'll be fun. I'm moving as fast as I can, and it's not moving very fast. That's for sure.
There's some ridiculous velocity penalty when you're using a cloak on a non-covert ops vessel.
Yeah.
Like 90%.
Yep. So it's interesting. What I was trying to do is replicate the view that I saw in that other stream. I thought it was quite interesting, and I don't quite know what the fascination everybody had with it, but it was interesting.
Oh, Cam.
Yeah.
It's like sitting there at a doctor's office watching a fishbowl.
Yeah. Or watching Dr. Phil on TV.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, so at the moment, nobody knows where I'm at. They haven't found me yet. So, now, can probes be used, like in this situation, to where can they send out probes to where they think I might be at to try and knock my cloak off?
Can't.
No.
They'll fly out towards you. They won't use probes.
Okay, and this is the slow route. Holy cow. I certainly do have a penalty while flying this. I am going to get that cheetah up and running, but I have like 20 some days of training to do to get it. So it won't be soon. So tell me, what is? I know we've talked about red versus blue a little bit. Is that just a place where you can go and you can fight other people?
It's kind of like a newbie-friendly PvP setting where they have a constant war deck against each other.
It's been active for more than just few years.
Yeah. But if I wanted to do it, do I have to be in a corp? Do I have to
You'll
be-
join their corp
right,
if
which
you wanted to do it.
which means I have to leave my corp, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not an option for everybody. And is this something that's that was an interesting noise. Is this something that is player created?
Yes, it is 100% player created and player run.
Okay. And so is it just that they just have the war decks with each other and nobody else, or how do they make it more newbie friendly?
They have an aim towards flying small newbie-friendly ships, and they have a constant PvP setting within a small concentrated area, so you can have consistent exposure to PvP against people who are of your skill level. And you're not going into completely one-sided fights every time.
Right. Okay. It
You will definitely run into this. Just moving from gate to gate, you will see more than 50 wrecks. That's them.
And so they just fly all over the place. They don't limit themselves to a particular area or anything.
Generally, they do. They fly around and have fun, but the red versus blue major operations and most of their activity is located in 4 or 5 system constellation.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to join up and participate with that, do they just look up like corporate called Red or Blue or?
Blue Federation, then there's, I believe it's Red Federation.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll try that after the 30-day challenge. I don't want to leave the court before then. So.
Yeah, and if anyone is interested, just head out to Lycurie or Otella. Those are their. Lycurie is the blue headquarters, and Otella is the red.
Okay.
And they have offices there as well as cans floating around in space, I believe.
Boy, that noise from freighters jumping is quite wild.
Oh, the bridge.
I don't know what it is, but chat was saying it was a freighter jumping the last time, and I just heard it again.
Yeah, jump freighters can do, what's the name of the portal? But they jump. They Sino. I think it's like something like a Sino field. I forget the name. It's slipping my mind.
Sinusoidal fields?
I think that's it. I don't know. It's God, I can't think of it right now. Someone will have to put it in Twitch chat.
That's one of the nice things about, I have to say, that Twitch chat, you guys don't know what kind of resource you are, or maybe you do, because I can ask anything, and almost always there's somebody here who knows the answer and is willing to share it. So, I think that's pretty great. What a valuable resource for a noob like me in the game. I mean, not just having you guys on TeamSpeak, but then yeah. So they say. So chat room says, "Of course we know." But it's definitely a great resource. So okay. And Mr. Lube Me Up Now, I'll talk about that after this episode. So, okay. I only got a little ways further to go, and then I should be within distance to do what I was trying to do. And so far, nobody. You know, there's plenty of enemies here.
You can actually see them shooting at each other right now.
Well, they're shooting at each other right now. Oh yeah, look at that.
Can you zoom in?
So, yeah. So what? I guess they're done shooting at each other, but they're all hanging out there. So they're probably at war with other people other than just my corp.
Half of Eve.
Oh, half of Eve. Okay. So I don't think that I have the skills necessary yet to do something like that, like camp out at you know, the entrance to Jita and stuff.
You mean patience?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't have the skill of patience. No. I think that if I were sitting out there, that even if I was with their, you know, their corp, and being at war with half of everybody, I think that I'd just be blown up all the time. I just don't have confidence in my own abilities to last in a PvP fight at this moment. Even though it is something that really interests me.
Well, I have never really seen them do any PvP fighting, really. They just camp stuff, so they always have the upper hand.
And so, because there's so many of them, they just gank everybody?
Yeah, that's the basic strategy.
Mm-hmm. Overpower instead of outmaneuver.
Yeah, well, it's a smart thing to do, because you have more chance that you kill the other guy and they don't kill you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The idea is to overwhelm instead of outplay.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is a tactic. That is an outplay tactic. It's just it's more about numbers than about skill, though.
It's also about choosing your targets, of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so I play some other war games, and that is one of the things that we do. And in fact, I think we did that in a little bit of fleet stuff. That the targets were called out, and so everyone targets that particular ship and everything. So, and that's very effective because it helps to remove another gun that could be potentially shooting at you quite quickly, instead of just everybody fighting everybody, because your guns are the same power no matter whether your ship is at 100% or 10%. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
As long as you're alive, you can do full damage if you're at range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the theory being is that everybody tag teams one person to get them knocked out, to knock them out of the ability to
take
get
enemy
you.
DPS off the field as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. Well, now it looks like it's interesting. I was able to look at this now, and you know, but how does this? There we go. There, I think I figured this out now. I should maybe stop my ship here soon. Let's see here. There we go. Look at that. That's cool. It's kind of hard to maneuver yourself around with this, but
You can always look at the ships too.
oh yeah, but the ships kind of move.
Look at the obelisk there, the fat thing.
The bat thing,
Fat.
fat. This Kartos? No, he's gone.
Can't see the name. It's
He just
the,
disappeared.
oh, it's gone now.
Yeah. But if I'm like
That
looking
looks
at
like,
and then they leave, then it kind of disrupts the. Ooh, that's a big ship! Holy cow! What is that?
The one that just sped away looked like he had an undock.
Yeah, Providence. The big one is the Providence.
Yeah, that's huge. And he's out of there. Man.
Yeah, all the freighters will have an undock.
If they're smart. There is the occasional freighter pilot who's never been suicide kicked. Doesn't know about insta docks.
Oh, it's hard to get your settings just right on this. It is quite cool, though. And nobody has found me yet. How about that? Huh?
Is that a challenge?
Yes. Sure. What was it to turn off all the overview? I don't remember what key is.
Control F9.
Control F9. Ah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. I can see the appeal of watching this. It's just so much mayhem. And all these ships bumping into each other. So, okay, well, wow, there's another big ship. Must be some sort of freighter or something. A couple of them. This game is so deep. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, did somebody just blow up?
People get blown up quite often. If you check the system, you can see actually how many people and pods were killed.
Mm-hmm. This is cool. So, okay, well, let's end this episode right here, and we'll do a drawing, and then we'll see if I blow up while I'm just sitting out here. And do any of you want to go off on a run to Evegate?
I
I'm
do.
up for it.
Okay. So let's see. I'm just gonna have to kill myself to get over there real quick. Back over to Arnon.
Dock out, come out in your pod, and I'm sure Marmite will do the favour.
Right. I'm sure they will
Just
too.
uncloak, that will be enough.
Probably. So, are you able to actually exit out of your ship when you're docked. So like I could save. If I get this ship docked, then I can exit the ship and just go into my pod and then undock.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, that would save me some money. So certainly save me from having to pay for for another ship. Although I mean those ships were gifts, but I'm just saying. So okay. Let's see here. Okay, so give me just a minute. When we come back, those of you watching on YouTube, you have to wait for an episode tomorrow. And everybody else, stay tuned. Be right back, and we'll do a drawing when I come back.